If you are a kind of a person who always go with the perfect thing, you better stay with the... Hello YouTube, what's up? I have this Apache RR310 and I'm giving it back to the owner after a few wonderful days of my life. Seriously, this is one among the beautiful days of my life where I enjoyed so much. So this video, I actually don't wanted to talk about this video because I thought that I won't be comparing this motorcycle with the CBR250R. Again, I'm not gonna compare this motorcycle with the CBR250R. Even when I was sitting in the coffee day there and having a coffee, one guy asked me, looking at my Instagram post, that how do you compare it with the Honda CBR250R? Basically, if you don't know, I own a Honda CBR250R. Yes, of course, I agree, it's a mammoth, but it's a mammoth of touring, man. It has that monopoly of sports touring from 2011 until this is launched. This is the next single cylinder touring bike that I have seen after CBR250R. So I would like to call this as the next CBR250R because of a few reasons. I'll tell you something, okay? CBR is actually we shouldn't call it as a CBR, man. I felt it many times. It shouldn't be a CBR250R. It should be a VFR 250 because the design has been from the VFR, not from any of the CBR. It doesn't look like a CBR 600RR or the 5-blade anything. So it should be VFR. Okay, let's come back to the topic. So let's have a one-on-one comparison. Or okay, again I'm going to the comparison. Okay, let's have a one-on-one comparison with the CBR250R. The touring comfort of this motorcycle is actually better than the CBR250R, man. Being an owner, I could say that. I've been riding this motorcycle. This is one position that you could sit on this motorcycle and tour, and this is the other position you can sit and tour. So it gives you much legroom, man. Yeah, when I sit like this, my butt get more air. Good. It's not because I'm tired and all. I've been riding this motorcycle for a whole day and I don't have any kind of tiredness. I had a slight pain over here just because I started doing this, which is an utter bullshit, because I was riding on 110 for a longer time. That's the reason. Okay, so I was riding this motorcycle in 110. Actually, CBR also likes to cruise in that speed, 90 to 110. This could go beyond, but the engines start feeling a bit stressed. On the other hand, Honda has made the CBR250R engine to be a gem, man. I mean, 7 years of engineering. I couldn't say that. They engineered it in the beginning and they just kept maintaining it. So the engine of CBR is kind of a butter, but this is not as smooth. But believe me, people, if TVS could come with something like this, they could improve the refinement of this engine, man. You could wait for it. I'll tell you something, if you are a kind of a person who always go with the perfect thing, the perfect things and all, you better stay with the CBR250R because it's a proved motorcycle. You shouldn't ask that why I should pay 2.4 lakhs or anything for the motorcycle. Go for it. If you are a kind of a person, 80% you are on the safe side, but 20% you have that feel of trying something new. Go for this, man. I'll tell you, it's worth spending extra 15k or 20k over the CBR250R. Okay, I just compared the comfort only, right? Okay, I missed a very main thing. One place where CBR250R stays way ahead is the pillion comfort. This Apache RR310 doesn't have much pillion room, man. Basically, I had a quick tour with my own pillion, and she was telling that this motorcycle is not that much comfortable as the CBR250R. Actually, she's correct. I have a different video for it. She was answering all the things for me and all. So if you are considering a motorcycle for you and your pillion, then also CBR is a good choice. If you are considering for yourself, yes, this is a better motorcycle. And in terms of power, okay, this has huge power, man. It could actually cope up with the Dominar. Do you believe it? So that is the power you get. But when you compare the power of CBR250R with the Dominar will easily fly by, man. So this has more power, more torque. That's one thing where CBR lacks, man. Low end torque is a bit poor in CBR, but on this, it's rightly designed. You have everything what you need. This is rightly powered for the Indian city. Nothing more, nothing less. That means this motorcycle has more power than a CBR or slightly powered than a Mojo 300 and less power than a Duke 390. But Duke 3, you don't need that kind of power in city, man. It's only for that people who wanted that kind of a huge thrill of driving. Otherwise, this is perfect for the city, perfect for the weekend. So city drives also, I love enjoying this motorcycle. If I'll tell you something, if I have seen this motorcycle before buying CBR250R, I would have considered definitely buying this motorcycle. Okay, next thing is CBR comes with Contigo tires or MRF tires. Okay, this comes stock with Michelin Pilot Street Radial, which I am using on my CBR250R for the past 25,000 kilometers. It's a wonderful tire. This is how you should choose things. TVS has done a wonderful job in choosing the Michelin Pilot Street Radial for this motorcycle. Excellent choice, man. In Bangalore, the price difference between CBR and this motorcycle is just 15k to 20k. And one thing I forgot to mention, that this motorcycle vibrates a bit, okay? But when you compare the CBR, it's very silent. Even in 90 or 100, the engine is very silent. You don't feel that there is an engine running below your balls. But on this motorcycle, you will feel that, okay, there is some engine which has a bassy kind of a sound. So if you like that kind of a feel, go for it, man. Don't think that the CBR310R and all those things will come to India. And always Honda has ditched Indian customers. They are always selling the old CBR with the new colors and all. So always go with updated motorcycle. This is the first batch of motorcycle. So probably the second batch will get much upgrades, man. You look at this dial, okay? This has everything you could ask for. But on the other hand, CBR cluster is not so good. It just has 1 trip meter. This has 2 trip meters or 3 trip meters, I think. And everything is there. And if you see, the TVS has launched the N-Torque, where you could actually sync your mobile phone with the dial. They have bought it on a 125cc scooter. So next thing which you could look forward is, why don't they bring the same thing in this motorcycle also? Possibly in the next version they could bring something like that. It's a very nice feature. You could see your calls, you could see your messages. Now one another advantageous part which I see with this motorcycle is that you see these mirrors. Actually CBR mirrors are also absolutely wonderful, no complaint about it, but it is too wide, man. I mean, in the traffic, if you want to keep it open and ride it, it's a bit difficult. I personally been riding it for 3 years and it's a bit difficult for me. But on this one, you have an option to fold the mirror without adjusting the mirror. So if you want to fold it, when you are in tight traffic, you fold it and drive it, and afterwards you could unfold it back. So that's a good feature. Look at this clip-ons, man. The build quality of this motorcycle is nowhere less than the Honda's build quality, okay? I have seen a crash video of a Honda where the Honda CBR250R got crashed, and actually nothing happened to that motorcycle. Just the clip-on got bent, that's all. So that is the kind of engineering that Honda has done on this motorcycle. I feel the same kind of confidence from this motorcycle also. I'm not just praising because I'm a fan of this motorcycle, okay? I'm being very much genuinely standing in the middle of 2 motorcycles and giving you a clear picture about it. So that's it with this quick video. My take is, if you could spend 20k extra, man, go for this. It's a beautiful motorcycle. Or if you are that guy who always go for the 100% kind of a thing, stick with the CBR250R. That's also a beautiful machine, man. No doubt in it. I don't have any complaint. But as far as I'm concerned, who is kind of a semi-freaky over the power and all, I need a bit more power on the motorcycle. That's why I choose this kind of a motorcycle. So if you have any doubts about this motorcycle, do let me in the comment section. I'll be always ready to help you out in anything. And there is a playlist for the Apache RR310 with all the videos that I've done. Let me know if you have any doubts. No problem, I'll always help you. And if you have any thoughts in your mind about these 2 motorcycles, again, let me know.